can you share, I guess, the story about how you won contracts? Like how have you swept, not just from the operations standpoint, but to actually grow your business?
Yes, well, I'm the type of person that once I find something that works, I try to implement it very quickly. And I try to incorporate it into like really every aspect of the business that it fits in. So one thing that I started doing immediately, even before I was like really doing it and using it properly, as soon as I left Chicago, when I left cleaning cocktails, like I hadn't, got it all set up, but I had a walkthrough, like, well, it was a rewalk. Right after that, I had been selected as a finalist for this contract that I didn't even really think that like, I'm a shoot, but it's like I don't know if I'm gonna make that one.
Yeah.
But I got into the top three, and within the top three, they reviewed our proposals and things like that. And I had put Swept in the proposal as one thing that separates us from the competition is how efficiently we manage our operations. Like, you can communicate with us at any time. We're seeing what our cleaners are doing in real time. We have checklists, we have reports that can show when you get inspected. And I had one of my guys, he was right there with me, had never heard me talk about Swept, but he was able to pretty much follow right along with me, and he like pulled out his
Yep.
phone and was like, yes, this is the, and because like we hadn't like talked about it at all, but he was able to kind of stay on course. And I was like, when we
Yeah.
walked out, I'm like, dude, now we got to do this for sure, like if we get this account. But when they called us back, they actually called me the the week before I went to Vegas, and I had won the account. And Swept was a really big part of that, because they were worried about the things that they wanted to get done not getting done. Worrying about whether people were showing up on time or not. And I told them, I said, if one of my people don't show up, I get a text message. Like
Yeah.
I get a push notification that says like this person is 10 minutes late. Now I can be proactive and I can call them and say, hey, where are you at? Like, everything okay or whatever. And
Yeah.
then I can jump on top of it before it's 3 hours into the shift or 4 hours into the shift because it's day porter work. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not 4 hours into the shift, and we weren't aware that one of our people hadn't showed up yet. And so they were really happy to hear that that we manage supplies because we do supply management for them as well. So we
Nice.
were able to show them how that looks inside of Swept. So we're not using the notebook,
Yeah.
and so like I have like my SDS links and stuff like that have that in Swept as well. So like I don't know if this is right or not, but I don't have folders up in all of my locations, but every one of my employees has access to
Yeah.
SDS if anything, if anything is to happen, because now that's part of our employment contract is you have to have a phone, it has to be working, and you have to download the app. So, and
Yeah.
if they're not willing to do those things, then we kind of back up. But like the client was so enthused to hear about that, and like they really use it. Like they definitely use it because it's day, like I say, it's day porter work. So while we're there, it's just kind of like a free for all. Like they have the things that they want us to do, like definitely, but then constantly getting a ping on my Swept saying, hey, we had a spill right here, and it's a picture of the spill. And all I do is send it to my guys or my supervisor, send it to the guys, say, hey, check this area. And my guys are right on it. And as soon as they hit the area, they send me a picture back.
Yeah.
So like the client really likes it. Ever since then I've been incorporating into every one of my accounts. I've gotten actually three more accounts, like that specifically reference Swept. Like because it's unique. I didn't know that this was like something unique. Like I thought this was like something that everybody else used until I got to Vegas and saw all the other companies and stuff. But I looked and went through their software and stuff, and Swept, man, it's just so like like right there with everything from the geofencing to me being able to, pull all my hours for payroll and all that stuff. It makes everything simple.